YouTube, I harvested data or data, depending on how you look at it, from my Twitch community. What happens next will be fairly interesting. Let's check it out. Does anyone know how to use Canva? I've never used it before. Whisqey presents the Whisqey Community Census 2025, an overview of data derived from 50 plus questions answered by 500 plus community members. I think the exact number was 586. Our first question, how old are you? That was the first question. I'm pleased to announce that nobody was under the age of 18 that took the census unless they lied, which is entirely possible. 112 people were between the ages of 18 and 24. The vast majority of people were between the ages of 25 and 31. Well, getting a little unky there, bro. Getting a little unky. Then 32 to 39, but there are more people in the 32 to 39 range than there are the 18 to 24 range. The stream does skew unk. Excuse me. The stream does skew unk. We just started. Guys. Very, very, very slightly. But it's pretty even, actually. I like this distribution. And then there's a couple seasoned wise people. 40 to 49. And then shout out to the 150-year-old, 50-plus-year-old out there. Doing it for you. Doing it for you, Pops. One person over the age of 50. I love that. Chris Melberger. And then I think we can filter this here to see the spread animate as well. So pretty cool. I'm always curious if someone's gonna fill out the 13 to 17 age range. Like just like some lurker that I don't know of. Next. Fun facts. Bum-ba-da-bum. Viewers over the age of 32 are more likely to consider their television as the primary Twitch viewing device. That makes sense. You know what I mean? Like not getting up, can't sit on your desk anymore with your back all fucked. That makes a lot of sense. It is interesting. Gnarled and wrong streamer. Yes, I did. The most fun I had with this presentation was putting fun facts in there. And I only scratched the surface of correlations. My camera's covering the words. It's bound to happen. I'm going to read everything on the screen if that's okay. But I'm going to have to move my camera too many times if I have to do that. Not only that, viewers 24 and younger watch on laptops more than any other age group, dude. It's that damn phone, let me tell you. No, I kind of want to keep chat on the screen a little bit. You guys aren't, the text isn't always going to be like that. Crossed over, we'll see. So it makes sense, How tall are you? Here's the height distribution. A few people under 5 feet. Vast majority of people are 5 foot to 5'5". Gnome-ass community, dude. Short as hell. Then you have 5'5" to 5'8". 180. And then as you get taller, you get shorter. Funny how that works. 5'8" to 6 foot, 89 people. A handful of folks over 6 foot. I know you can't see the exact number there, but it's 31. And then there is one person, maybe it's the person over the age of 50 that is over 6'5". One person over 6'5". Might be the 50-year-old. Who is it? Hands up. Show hands. Caught. It'd be cool if it'd be kind of aura if we had a 50-year-old 6'5" chatter. Well, I didn't take the census though, but yeah, that's the thing. Oh, I do kind of want to move my camera for this. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. I can move it around as we go. That's fine. 32 people rounded up their height for this question. Wow. You hate to see that. Listen, I think there was less people this year than last year who rounded up. But listen, I could use a couple inches in more places than one, so I understand, dude. I do understand. Yeah, it's there's 31 people in the 6 foot to 6'5" category, and there's conveniently 32 people who rounded up. This begs the question: is there only one person who's over 6 feet? Very interesting. No, this is not the latest pride flag wiki design. This is the gender identity distribution. Do not ask me how long it took me to make this slide. Such a pain in the ass. Ladies. Trying to do my census type shift. And here's a more readable chart. 72% of respondents identified as women. 13.9 identified as men. Cheers, fellas. 10.8% non-binary. 2.3% gender fluid, and I believe this slice, yes, 1% agender. We gotta get these NB numbers up, dude. The women are rampant. Shout out to them. Ladies, this is for you. Cheers. This yeah, exactly. The 150 plus year old 6'5" chatter is also agender. Just like one anomalous motherfucker just walking among us. What else we got? Sexual identity distribution. Let me move my big hungry ass out of the way. It's a bisexual landscape, folks. 31.8%. But hold on, dude. A mere 1% gap between straight and bisexual. And then we get pan. And then we have our beloved lesbians. Excuse me, then we have our gays. Asexuals. 4.1% questioning. Valid, I'm with you on that. And then 3.2% other. Right-in answers. The queer spectrum is mogging. Guys, take a look. Look at the person to your left. Look at the person to your right. One of them might be bisexual. Caught. One of them might also be gay. And one of them might be over 6'5", 50 plus years old and agender. Shout out to that guy, bro. Ooh, here's the fun stuff. What is your relationship status? Do not type cooked yet. Okay, hold on. The dominant party here is single, dude. Listen, don't let anyone hold you down. I get it, bro. I get it. The overwhelming majority of you are alone. Lonely Unk community. Yes. We do have one divorced chatter, and it might be the 50-plus-year-old agender 6'5" viewer, my goat. just collecting the anomalous labels like infinity stones. Single, non-marital relationship, married, casually dating. Excuse me. 25 of you are engaged. That's exciting. And there's there's 4 divorced people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. There's 4 divorced people. Four people are divorced. Caught. I'm expecting 25 wedding invitations. For real, dude. But dude, the vast majority of you are single. No worries, guys. There is hope for you yet, okay? Don't fret. And listen, it's, you got more time to yourself. All good. What do you mean, what the fuck is this? That's you, bro. Statistically. Extrovert jockey. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? Most people consider themselves straight up introvert. Right? I put a bit of a spectrum here with ambivert and omnivert. Ambivert is kind of in between introvert and extrovert, right? And omnivert is you're sometimes very introverted and sometimes very extroverted. It was kind of an odd question. I feel like I maybe shouldn't have put ambivert and omnivert, and I think a more like binary question would have been better. Like, if you had to pick one, would you pick introvert or extrovert? But this doesn't surprise me. We're on twitch.tv or you're on YouTube and you're introverted. Computer's your best friend. I get it. Same. Fun facts. Let me move myself out of the way here. Some fun facts here. People who consider themselves introverts are less likely to pee in the shower. Or admit it, at least. That was very interesting. That makes sense. You're shy. You're not going to hop online and say that you're letting it fly in the shower, bro. Like, I get it. W stat. Caught. My introverted ass pissing in the shower. And this is interesting. Sagittarius viewers are most likely out of all of the zodiacs to classify themselves as non-introverts. That tracks. Makes sense. Tracks. Makes sense. Tracks. Very interesting. Don't piss me off. I love data, bro. I know that's fucking correct. No, Bo, the water's gonna piss it away. Just get to peeing, bro. How many extroverts? 22. Not that many. It's hard to come by an extrovert in the whiskey stream. A lot of ambiverts though, and a lot of you guys shy. Listen, I didn't speak for the first 25 years of my life. I get it, dude. I get it. 96%. 96%. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's the vast majority of you. That's how many of you don't have kids. That makes a lot of sense. But 24 of you are proud parents, and that's awesome. That makes sense. I feel like, you know, not a lot of people are having kids. We got like a decently young group of people here. Shout out to all of the parents in the chat. Parents, make some noise. I'm looking. I just need one. There we go. Yes, we got 3 moms in a row. Shouting parent to be. I can't wait. That's dope. Speaking of parents, 32 and childless, bro. I'm 31 and childless. Ooh, what do you think it's gonna say next? Speaking of parents, 18% of you trauma dumped about your father this year. .5% of you do not live with a parent or guardian. Caught. Shout out to my independent queens. However, 35% of you do, and that's cool, dude. That's dope. Save money. I like it.
Proud mom here.
Yeah. Colin, thank you for 5 months. Proud mom here. Scared me. I believe there's a fun fact here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Fun fact. People who live with a parent or guardian have a whopping 80% tendency to be single, according to the census data. That makes sense, dude. You're not gonna bring home a baddie and get freaky with pops in the other room. That makes perfect sense. Nothing to be ashamed of here. Caught. It just makes sense, guys. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'll be in the no slice in 30 days cooked. Mine, are you moving out? Look at my mod. Look at my mod growing up, bro. Nah, Con, we just started the census. No worries. Education and work. Believe it or not, guys, Twitch chatters are educated, and some of them do work. 44% of you have a bachelor's degree. Okay, college Andes. 20% got some college. Listen, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that's where I go. 12.3% high school. Listen, bro, high school's hard. That's an accomplishment. 9.9% associate's degree. Actually, I think that's me. I've got my associates in sociology. This is aura. 9.8% of you have a master's degree. It's, hey, save some for the rest of us. That's something else. And then if you thought that was bad, 2.6% of you have a doctorate. Very impressive. My goats. Our 18 plus community still in high school. No, it just means highest education completed. And then this is vocational. Vocational trade school, things like that. Shout out to my electricians and plumbers out there. You guys are killing it. But this is dude, 44% bachelor's is pretty cool. Yeah, the 50 that's right, the 50 plus year old chatter who is agender, divorced, and over 6'5" also went to trade school. Yeah, someone keep track of that. Someone keep track of that guy. 6'6", 50 plus agender, Sagittarius, extrovert, divorced parent with a kid in trade. Divorced parent with a kid in trade school. Dude, by the end of the census, we're gonna have just like a monster, just like the most statistically anomalous person on earth. We got to keep track of that. This is wild. You know, I am prone to asking you guys if you have work tomorrow. And, you know, 56% of you probably do. %56 of you work full-time. Full-time. That's big boy money. Hopefully. 20% of you are fun-employed. Which is awesome. Okay, I consider myself unemployed. Kind of. 15% of you work part-time. And 9% of you are students. Pure students. Let me explain. 9.2 is pure student, like full-time student. I believe. A lot of workers, a lot of workers. It's good to see that, guys. Got laid off? Hell yeah. Took PTO this week because of Whisqey. No, that's aura you can't buy, bro. Was there a virginity question this year? There wasn't a virginity question last year. What do you... what? How did this come up? That's insane. This year. This year's crazy. Yeah, the 55 plus year old divorced single parent in trade school is also a virgin somehow. They adopted. Ooh, this is fun. The chart got fucked up though. If you can give me a sec, hold on. I used a different I had to use like a third-party thing to get. There we go. There we go. Where are you guys from? Well, most of you are from United States. That makes sense, I guess. This is shocking. Excuse me. We got Canadians, don't get me wrong, but you put 10 chatters in a room, one of them is Canadian. Yep. I'm telling you. I tried to tell you, dude. Caught. Shout out to the one Mexican chatter. Shout out to the one Brazilian chatter. Come to Brazil. I hear you. I hear you, brother. I'm coming. I'm coming, dude. Shout out to the chatter in Iceland. That's pretty awesome. Big ups the British chatters. UK jockey. Shout out to the Irish. Up the raw, dude. Shout out to the Portuguese chatter. Big shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to the 2 Russian chatters out there. Привет. The Belgium chatter. The lone Dutch chatter. This, man, you hate to see this, dude. I went on tour in Rotterdam and Amsterdam. That's you? There they are, the Dutch chatter. I went on tour in the Netherlands and I only got 1. Shout out to the German chatter. Guten Tag. Shout out to the Czechia chatter. The Austrian chatter. We gotta get worldwide, dude. We gotta get those Dutch numbers up. Yeah, the 50-year-old who's divorced is from Austria. 18 chatters down under. 18 chatters down under, dude. We gotta get those numbers up next year. Aussies, make some noise. Also, I shouldn't say chatters, because there's some people that have never chatted before that did fill out the census. We'll get to that. We gotta get, yeah, we gotta get into like, we gotta get into like the Middle East market, like where my like, you know what I mean? Azerbaijan chatters at? Where's my Indian chatters at? Where's the Moroccan chatters at? We do have one Japanese chatter. Ohio. Shout out to the Japanese chatter. And shout out to the South Korean chatter as well. Sick. That's awesome. And then we have the Kiwis. 3 Kiwis. You should go to Riyadh and do a comedy sketch. Dude, honestly, like they'd cancel me on Whisqey, but I need the bag, bro. I gotta move. Shout out to the Kiwis. Just make sure I didn't miss anyone. 2 Russians, 7 British, 1 Irish, 1 Portuguese, 1 German, 1 Belgium, 1 Czechia, Austria, 1 South Korea, 1 Japan, 18 Australians, 3 Kiwis. Icelandic agender extrovert, divorced parent with a child. Oh boy, here we go. Where are all the promised Latinas? Girl, we got work to do in 2026. I gotta go on tour in South America. Here is the spread of the United States. So the vast majority of people are from the States. And we're gonna see what's up, dude. Fun fact. There is a community member from every single state except... Would anyone like to guess? Except 1. Except Hawaii. Hawaii is the lone state where we have no fans. I have no aura. They're not fucking with me. I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, I believe we used to have a former Hawaiian, and then they moved. My bad, bro. You gotta go back. We got someone in Alaska, yeah. Yep. So, California, huge. 1 person in Montana? Is that you? Make some noise. 1 person in North Dakota? Make some noise. 1 person in Wyoming? Go crazy. 2 people in New Mexico? Go crazy. 1 person in South Carolina? Go crazy. How many in Kansas? 4 people in Kansas, dude. That's awesome. There's a non-zero chance the president watches my stream. That is true. So you can see the focus is California was number 1. And there's another slide to show this data in a different way. You got a decent amount of people in Texas and Florida. Makes sense, just high population states, right? Decently concentrated over here on the East Coast. Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. Right? Michigan was up there. Not a lot in Nevada. Only 4 chatters in Nevada. Excuse me. Also, there's 1 in Alaska. And 1 in Vermont. West Coast kind of popping off, dude. 28 in Washington, 22 in Oregon. Pretty interesting. What else we got? Here are the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top 10 states. California by far number 1. Which is wild. Makes sense. Highest population state, but I don't know. I feel like I talk about California a lot in chat, and I always feel like there's no representation. Maybe they're just maybe they got bigger fish to fry, like trying to make rent. So California with 55 people, Texas with 32 people, Michigan 26, Washington 28, New York 21, Florida 22, Pennsylvania 20, Ohio 19, Oregon 22, Washington. I already said that. Minnesota 21. These are the top 10 states represented. No way 32 of you live in Texas. You'd be surprised. It's a big state. Texans, make some noise. Uh-oh. this guy again. What does he have to say? Fun fact. In rock, paper, scissors, viewers who live on the West Coast throw scissors way more than those who live elsewhere. Speak on that. Speak on that. What's going on the West Coast? We're feeling stabby, dude. Stabby ass people. Well, glacia, mate. Well, body glacia. Good old rock, nothing beats that. Ooh. Viewers who live on the West Coast are also way more likely to round up on their height when asked. Yikes. That tracks. It's all the LA chatters, dude. That makes sense, man. West Coast, they're... The vanity of West Coast chatters on full display here, dude. Short, insecure lesbians. I promise I'm 6 foot. You are 6 foot. Vain, confrontational, up late. Damn. That's our streamer. What are you doing on Twitch? What are you doing on Twitch? Girl, I don't know. I'll tell you. You're looking for game playthroughs. Primarily, I guess. Gooning? Well, general hanging out with streamers and communities. That could be gooning. A lot of people are only here for special events, guys. Look around, it's Whisqmas. Some of you are only here because it's Whisqmas. We're never going to see you again until maybe Wikiween. Maybe? Maybe you'll stop by for my birthday? Maybe you just like tuning in for Twitch Rivals, watching me was a GeoGuessr tournament? But hold on, that pales in comparison to the people who are watching a Census review go down through their peripheral vision right now while they play Marvel Rivals on their main monitor. 16.1% background noise. Girl, if you don't put me on the main monitor right now. I'm working too hard and saying too many impactful things to be tucked away on tab number 15. Nah, come on. That's valid. And then, you know, some of you are here for other reasons. And maybe those are the gooners. Maybe those are the people that are Lord knows what they're doing, dude. Lord knows what they're doing. Like a nature documentary, yeah. Okay, but what are you doing here? What are you doing here specifically? Yeah, the 6'5" Icelandic divorced single parent agender chatters here for gooning reasons. What are you doing here, guys? Like, this was just Twitch. I mean, like, what are you doing at twitch.tv Whisqey? No idea? Chopping it up? No clue? I'll tell ya. You're here for dailies. I guess. Listen, I've been doing them every day for 4 years. It makes sense. It's bound to happen. But you guys like horror too, and you just general gameplay as well. And just chatting. Listen, there's a decent spread here. Special events. 2.4% of you are here for Minecraft. That makes sense. We played the most Minecraft we ever have in 2025. And you know, shout out to the 1.5% of you who are here for literally anything, dude. My goats. People must have misunderstood the question. Oh, man. The question here, I think, verbatim was, what is your favorite type of wiki content? I believe. And then 6% of you are here for other reasons, gooning, perhaps. And this wasn't a fill-in answer. This was like I gave you multiple choice, so you know you had to pick one. Okay, I put you in a box a little bit here. So you like dailies? Asterisk. What's your favorite? I'll tell you. The Wordle, dude. I mean, it's the classic. It's the blueprint. It's number one. Scrandle. Very popular. The Hurdle, another classic, kind of. Like, out of the top three, like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit of dailies is like Wordle, Hurdle, and then like another one. A lot of people like the spell check. I'm not going to lie. My favorite one. I'm not going to lie, my favorite one. Cross tunes, surprisingly popular. Let me get out of the way here so you can see the rest of them. Bandle, up there as well. No single favorite. You like all of them, if you had to pick them. Connections, that's the Father, Son, Holy Spirit of dailies. Wordle, Hurdle, Connections. Connections, Pokedol, none. A few people just don't like them. A few people just don't like them. They hate them. And there's some data there. Dailies. Well, we'll get to that. Betweenal, Food Guesser, Metazua, Pimantle, which doesn't even get played anymore. Still, people holding on to it. The Daily Hole, which is golf, Lateral, Circuits, which also doesn't get played, and then Quizzle. But you can see it's pretty spread out, but the big players are Wordle, Scrandle, Hurdle, Spellcheck, Crosstune, Bandle. "6'6", 50-plus-year-old Icelandic agender, extrovert, Minecrafting, divorced parent with a child, working a trade, Quizzle enjoyer." My goat. Wordle, Hurdle, Birdle, Schmurtle, Turtle. When will it end, dude? Daily games were mentioned over 50 times as people's least favorite content. The number one answer in least favorite content, the dailies. It's the sheer volume. It's very the discourse around the dailies is very polarized. People either like it or they want my head on a stick. Caught, and you're valid for that. Stop. Oh, some fun facts. Let me get out of the way here. Fun facts. Viewers who dislike dailies are over 4 times as likely to send something to the P.O. box compared to others. This one blew my mind. I think this was the most statistically significant, based on p-value, correlation. The people who don't like dailies are so adamant about it that they're gonna take their asses to the post office and send me a parcel, anything to distract me from going on my browser and typing wordle.com. Very interesting. I do not know what to make of this. It's a bribe. Sending me a letter. Stop. How much of the census did I miss? I don't know, like 1/3 of it, 1/4 of it. But wait, there's more. Viewers who dislike the dailies are also 3 times more likely to submit one of their clips for Clip of the Month contests. So there's a bit of a connection here. People who dislike dailies are quite literally giving me content to do. They're sending me clips for Clip of the Month. They're sending stuff to the P.O. box for me to open. They're desperate. They're fighting. Whisqey, please X out of the dailies. Stop. Do anything else, please. Here's 3 clips for Clip of the Month. I feel like that just means they like you and your content more than dailies. Maybe. We do a lot of dailies, I'm not going to lie to you. This is tea, dude. But wait, there's even more. Daily game haters are twice as likely to buy collectible stickers on Whisqey.co. I can't hate them, dude. I can't hate them. I can't hate them. They're sending stuff to the P.O. box. They're submitting clip of the month submissions, and they're buying stickers, bro. They're valid. Maybe they're so overcome with guilt, hating the daily games, that they're making up for it in some way. Minor, I've been cutting them. Daily haters are the backbone of this community. I got no qualms with this, and they're valid for that. Talk about reveals, do anything. Exactly. What else we got? Wait, there's fun facts? Again? Oh. Fun fact. Pokemon Mondays were the second most disliked content. It's okay, Pikachu. I feel you, buddy. I mean, dailies, the sheer volume of dailies makes sense that they're up there, but Pokemon Mondays, damn near in its infancy. And that's valid, Okay, not everyone's into it. It is niche, It makes sense. Caught. I'm a hater as hater. No, don't apologize. I got no issue with it. No, this was disliked. To answer your question, this was under right in disliked content. Yeah, this wasn't just like rank your favorites. This was directed at which content do you not like. It was dailies in Pokemon. Are you misaligned? Let me cover up the right one first. There's a lot on the screen here, so I'll talk over it. Vast majority of people consider themselves to be chaotic good, 33.4%. %, neutral good. You guys consider yourselves to be good, pretty much. There's 5 chaotic evil people. 4 of you are neutral evil. I mean, overall, there's 20 evil people. 9% lawful neutral, 5.8% true neutral, 13.6% chaotic neutral. You guys skew chaotic and you skew good. Now the real question is, am I misaligned? Most people consider me to be chaotic neutral. People don't think I'm good. Oh, I'm sorry. Chaotic good, actually, is the dominant one. I misspoke. 46.9% chaotic good. 33.6% chaotic neutral. So over, what is that? 80% chaotic? And, you know, there's actually a decent chunk, 5.7%. 32 people consider me to be chaotic and evil. And the least Whisqey-like alignment is lawful good. Lawful, neutral, evil, and good, all 2% or lower. I mean, 5.7 plus 1.9, let's just round up. 6 plus 2 plus 2. 10% of you consider me to be evil. Look around the room. Find 10 people. One of those people think that I am evil. But most people think I'm chaotic, I guess, and good. Or neutral. Also, something of note here. 567 people had no problem aligning themselves, but 2 people did not feel comfortable aligning me. They said, I'm hands off on this one. I don't know this guy. No idea. He's an anomaly. He might be 55 plus, 6'5", divorced from Iceland and agender. I don't know. Very interesting. Devices and vocations. Let's do the one on the left first. Laptops, you're mogging. Laptops, you are mogging. But mobile, guys, mobile and tablet, only 10 behind the laptops. Shout out to the mobile viewers, dude. Oh my god. Desktop PC 152, TV console 108. Pretty decent spread here, to be honest. Dispatch ad chart, for real. That's so many mobile people. I'm stunned, honestly. Jake, you just copy pasted that 5 messages ago. Come on. We're looking at data here. Save that shit for overnight. Sorry. Now where do you guys watch from though? That's the real question. Bed. Horizontal. First time chat copy pasta. I love that. Hi pesto. You guys are sleepy, bro. You guys are literally sleepy. Caught. You guys are sleepy, dude. Now I stream at night, dude. Not gonna lie, I stream at night. That makes sense. $34% at your desk. I'm pretty close to bed, right? 27% couch. It's actually decently even. How many bed watchers live with their parents? It's a good question. And 3.2% of you watch from some other fourth mysterious place. A cave, a high tower, down at the quarry, under the highway, toilet. Well, work would be considered desk. Actually, there was a correlation I saw. Chatters who said they watch at work also predominantly skew desk. Which makes sense. Saying bed watchers like a slur. Fun facts. TV. Oh, let me get out of the way here. TV and console viewers are way less likely to submit a clip for Clip of the Month. That makes sense. I mean, how do you even clip on fucking PS3, dude? Makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I don't even know how to do that. You press the Roku button? Viewers... I don't know what to make of this. Viewers who watch from bed are more likely to pay for a Whisqey.co membership. Gooning. It's not gooners. I think overall, viewers who watch from bed were just more engaged across all avenues. YouTube, Whisqey.co, etc. Discord. But there was a significant correlation. Very interesting. Gooner Pepe laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Are workers the backbone of Twitch? Are workers the backbone of Twitch? Ignore the fuzzy motherfucker on the screen. I think I messed up the order. It's entirely possible. 44% consider themselves workers. They don't chat often. Maybe a couple times a week. 34% of people chat sometimes. Maybe every other stream. 13.5% are the people you see in chat right now. For the most part. Worker roll call? No. 13.5%. That's the chatters I see every day. The ones that they're there at every single stream. their schedule aligns with mine and they like to talk. And this was very interesting. 8.9%, which is a significant chunk, have never once sent a message, which is kind of awesome. Never once. If they accidentally slipped and hit enter right now, it would say first time chat. That is really interesting, and shout out to those people. I love you. Don't tell them to send a message. They got to preserve their aura. Pretty cool. Luigi, you saying with your fuck ass mod sword next to your name, I dare you, capital dare you to type, they're never gonna type, dude. Leave them alone. What is wrong with you? Survey says yes. Workers are the backbone of Twitch. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. What you see in the chat right now, all the chats, all the messages, that is half the representation. I gotta stop saying, taking the things you say as gospel. For every chatter that begs me to play Red Dead Redemption 2, there's probably a worker that doesn't want me to play. Workers, you're goated. Fun facts! Oh, hold on, I fucked up my... Since when is the chat box all fucking skewed out of here? Real workers didn't fill out the survey? That's also maybe true. Yeah, this guy's the little mascot for the census. We got a decent amount of fun facts here. Out of the 52 people who have never chatted, 11 of them are subscribed. That's aura, bro. Now that's aura. Imagine subscribing to a guy. The ideal viewer. No, I'm kidding. Support from the shadows. That's awesome. That's literally... Bro said so bots. Oh man. Update on the anomalous community member. 6'6", 50+ Icelandic, agender, extrovert, neutral, evil, Minecrafting, divorced parent with a child working a trade, Quizzle enjoyer, mute subscriber. My goat. Cancers and Pisces have a substantially higher lurker rate than other star signs. Is this the part where you guys say that tracks? Cancers and Pisces have a substantially higher lurker rate than other star signs. Classic water signs. I'm Cancer and a lurker. Well, there you go. You're the data. Do Geminis happen to yap a lot? I don't know. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. But wait, there's more. Let me move myself out of the way here. Viewers over the age of 30 are more than twice as likely to identify as lurkers. They can't keep up, guys. They can't keep up. Stop saying that Baby Gronk rizzed up Livy Dunn while 4 Labubu's hit the 6-7 at the McDonald's drive-thru. They don't get it. Me included. I don't even get it. Man, shout out to my 30-plus-year-old viewers, bro. I'm with you on this one. Like, I'm with you. God. They're just working. Ain't that the guy who played with Tom Brady? Yes. This is very interesting. The chattiest chatters ranked Scrandle and Spellcheck as their favorite daily games. And workers skewed towards the Wordle. What does this mean? Caught. The chattiest chatters love Scrandle. They love spell check. That tracks? Speak on that. I tried showing you Rismus bells but got dono walled. Sorry, May. It's because we have to shut the fuck up during the Wordle. That is true, actually. Yeah, because there's money on the line for the Gamba. And what if I told you I dislike both? I'd say you're valid for that. Very interesting. I'm going to listen as a podcast and drive home. I love y'all. You know, it's funny you say that, Fungus. Australian chatters, they answered they were more than 6 times as likely to enjoy the stream with audio only. They couldn't stand me visually. Something about, like, I don't know, the hemispheres made the vision was all blurry or something. It kind of makes sense. Made that up entirely. Of course I made that up. When and where did you come from? When and where did you come from? You know, a few of you know me from 2019. Man, I was just 24 back then. That's crazy. 2020, things kind of picked up. 2021, kind of fire. 2022, trending upwards. 2023, a lot of people. 2023 was a big year for us. And then cue the fall off. 2023, 2024, 2025. The most recent year is there's usually a dip there because it's like the active year. And it's usually 1 or 2 years back, which is always the most. So last year it was 2022, 2023, which was high. Which is interesting. My year isn't represented. Yeah, 2018 or before. Kind of crazy. 2020, not that many people. What did you do in 2023? Nothing, really. I don't think this chart is representative of growth exactly. I mean, I guess it is in a loose way. I guess 2023, a lot happened. Like, what happened between 2021 and 2022? I guess maybe I just fell off. I did start doing a lot more collabs in 2021. 2021 is when I met a lot of my streamer friends. But how did you find me is the other question. Oh, sorry, go back. 84% of you. This makes sense. Found me from another stream, a collab, a raid, Gamer Gauntlet, Dale and Dawson. Bada bing, bada boom. Makes sense. It's always the highest slice. 8.5% of you from the Twitch algorithm. Twitch algorithm means tags. If you're here from the Latina tag or the Big Balls tag. Recommended. It was on your recommended. You were browsing Twitch. You kind of just stumbled upon here. Which is kind of aura. And then 3.4% of you are here because of word of mouth, dude. Someone hit you up on WhatsApp or Discord and said, hey, this Whisqey fella, come say hi. And then 4.1% of you, God knows where. God knows where. Don't know how you ended up here. Check out this onk. 4.1% gooning. What about people from Twitter? 0. At the water cooler. Yes, yes. Saw me in a vision. That was one of the answers as well. Fun fact. You have 2 word of mouth workers because of me. Let's go. That's huge. Nice, Steph. Hell yeah. Fun fact. Zoop. This one's a mouthful. Between 2022 and 2024, the amount of people who discovered the stream from Twitch's algorithm was a mere 4%. For reference, before 2021, this number was 22%. Something to be said about this. Now, in 2021, that is when I joined Team Knee Dude. I met a bunch of friends. That makes sense. Obviously, collabs and exposure through other streams is going to tick up. But prior to 2021, we were doing this shit on our lonesome. I mean, Twitch's discoverability has always been pretty bad. But this kind of makes sense. Oh, the algorithm has always sucked. I mean, just look at the chart. 84%. Look around the room, dude. Grab 10 chatters with your hand. 8 of them are here because of a collab or a raid. I think that's pretty normal. 51% of you. Jesus. I wonder what this could mean. Guys, look at the person next to you. Now look at yourself. You guys are different. Because one of you is subscribed to me. And the other is not. Now, are you the subscriber? Or are you the lurker? Or are you going to be on my fucking time? It's a Whiplash reference, I'm sorry. However, no, this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. At the time of Census submission, now, did this event bring a 7.3% uptick in subscribers? Yes, sure. Well done, guys. That's pretty cool. That's a good ratio. It's a good ratio. I'm not going to bust your balls about it. Take 40 chatters and put them in a room. Listen, take 40 chatters, put them in a room. Census data shows us that 8 of them went by a different username at some point in 2025. Caught. One of them is an Icelandic giant. That's very interesting. You never know. Dude. Chameleons. Soulhaven 444. The old name. People change their names. And that's not a small amount. I mean, yeah, sure. 8 out of 40. Caught. Yep, 1 in 5. 1 in 5. Oh, Siren, I didn't know that. I am who I always will be. Damn. There's 8 people that you used to recognize and now you don't. There's 8 people that you think died, but they're actually just reborn through the ashes of the phoenix. I am who I am. So you think you can stem. So you think you can stem. 61, the most dominant, most of you considered detritus to be your favorite whiskey stem or bit in 2025. Detritus, overwhelming support for detritus. Digging in your butt twin did make an appearance on the podium. Scratch your minge, sniff your fingers, you've got bigger fish to fry. Also up there. Shit my hands and clap. Nosferatu, ladies, come on. Wall twerking. I don't even consider that a bit, but it showed up a significant amount of times. Why don't you take my balls, put them on some pita with hummus and tahini, eat that to the face. Speak on that. Me when blank. Like recontextual memes. Jarvis jerk it a little bit. And Chicken Jockey. Shout out to the 2 people that like Chicken Jockey. But I mean, detritus. Maybe it's just like the short and sweet nature of it. It's very palatable, I suppose. Got timed out the first time I said the minge bit. And now look at you. Icelandic, 6'5", agender divorced parent, loves chicken jockey. Fans calls detritus the wiki word. Very interesting. Uh-oh. It's time for a fun fact. It's time for a fun fact. People with orange usernames are less likely to pick detritus as their favorite bitter stem. Only 5% of orange usernames chose it, compared to 20% from each of the other major color groups. I do not know what to make of this, but it is statistically significant. Caught. Start over just got here. Wizzy, I can't. It'll be on YouTube. I gotta think on this, dude. I gotta think on people with orange usernames are less likely to pick detritus as their favorite bitter stem. Only 5% of them chose it compared to 20% from each of the other groups. Talk your shit, orange chatters. That's awesome. Sarah, I do remember when you said that. They went more niche. Yeah, they went more niche. What's your color? I'm a no mames main. What can I say? It's a good one. What is your color? We're about to find out. We're about to find out who won the color war. The username color battle. It's been raging. Particularly the end of 2025. It's been, I mean, that's a beautiful rainbow in the chat, by the way, just now. Here we go, dude. Here we go. I almost want to do a gamba for this. Ooh, I want to do a gamba for this. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm doing a gamba for you guys. Prediction. You guys can't see the reflection of my glasses, can you? Which username color? Won in 2025. Is it A? This one. B? This one. C? This one? Make sure I got all of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You guys get 2 minutes to do this. Prediction started. Which username color won in 2025? And I'm going to get another blue moon. Be right back. Bum, 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 bum. 1 minute. Place your bets. Guys, it's orange. Get over yourselves. Pinkies up, everyone. 50k on yellow. Man, 50k on yellow from a yellow username. Now that's aura you can't buy, kid. Purple, purple. I said my own user. I mean, listen, you gotta. Purple has been mogging low-key. You think so? 15 seconds left. Also, we're going to do a bit of a color, username color roll call. It was a really fun thing we did last year. Not quite right this second, but if you want to find some emotes that are your username color that you're going to yell out during that time, whether they're emojis or emotes, do your thing. All right, ready? Gambo's over. I got mine locked and loaded. You can always default to the glorps. The glorps are good. Here we go, guys. The results are in. There's our spread. The winner is green, and the margin was decent. The green usernames, dude. I mean, listen, they're everywhere. You can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them, bro. Let's do the roll call right now. Actually, while we have the colors up on the screen. So when I say your color makes some noise, I want you to scream. I want you to spam. But only this only works if you only do your color. And it's a beautiful exercise. Everyone has to be strict and rep their team. If you're kind of in between one of these primary colors, like if you're teal, you know what I mean? You can choose either green or blue, whatever. It's up to you. I leave it up to you. I trust you. So I'm going to go down the line and we're going to all scream with our colors, okay? Now, that being said, green username chatters, I want you to make some noise right now. The #1 color throughout 2025. Let me see those green emotes. The glorps are going crazy. Holy moly, the apples, the wiki Xmas, the W's, the bing bongs, the sirens. Incredible. The most dominant force in 2025. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right, green. Well done. Well done. Well done. Now, I think there's a bit of a tie here for a second. Let me check. There is. All right, blue. Here's the thing. I want you to stand up and I want you to let them know what's up. Blue usernames, blue, B-L-U-E, blue usernames. Tell them what's up. In second place. Look at that. Gorgeous. The blorps, the Pablos. You rep your colors. Loud and proud. Well done. Okay. But actually tied with blue was the next color. Pink usernames, I want you to go ballistic. Don't let them get you down. Listen, it's not true what they say about you. It's not true. Pink usernames, you let them know what's up. Look at the pink glorps. The Banthany in the Storm emote is frying me. What a beautiful gradient of pink chats. Incredible. Well done, pink. Well done, pink. I love it. Okay. Purples, I know you're out there. You've been mogging lately. Show us you're here. Purple usernames go crazy. Incredible. Look at them go. The classic Twitch color, the tried and true. The the eggplant emoji spam. Well done, well done, well done. Those are our top 4. Now, the next group that I'm gonna name was the least represented in 2024. And let me tell you, they have turned it around in 2025. Team Orange, you tell them right now what you're about. The Orange username chatters. They turned it around this year. They turned it around. Shit posting. A really good comeback. They were the least represented last year. A rare couple. You don't see an orange chatter every day. And then we got 2 more. Next up is the red chatters. You might see them lurking about. You might see them every once in a while. Red chatters, make some noise. Maybe they're dark pink. Maybe they're burnt orange. WWWW. Well done. Okay. And the last categorized color, but not least, yellow username chatters. You tell them what's up. Scream from the rooftops. Holy, guys, say what you will about the yellow chatters. Holy moly. There may not be very many of them, but they are fierce. Look at this. Incredible. The big ass banana is frying me. Now, guys, there might be some of you. You just don't feel like you fit. You're not green. You're not purple, orange, pink, blue, red. Nah. It's beneath you. If you are in the other category, you stand up and you tell them how you feel. Anything you're not yellow, you're not purple. Well done. I don't know if a single person said anything. No gray usernames? We had a couple gray and white last time. And the 2 big ones are gray, like gray, white, and black. Monochrome. Brown, yeah, like a deep brown. Well done, guys. Very, very, very good job. You guys killed it. Shout out to the greens. Taking it home this year. You know, Cass, it's a good bit. And it might be the only reason people tune into the census. Who knows? Now you guys can all, everyone can blend. Bring the rainbows back. Canoodle with your fellow colors. Greens, go say what's up to a red username. Listen, if you're an orange username, maybe dap up a yellow. Tell them good job. Tell them I know what it's like to be the least represented color. Been there, dude. Orange turned it around this year. Very proud of them. Well done. And we are going to pay out the Gamba as well. Green takes it home. Okay. Good job, guys. That's interesting. Now, there are a decent amount of fun facts. I spent a lot of time on this. Excuse me. Oh, remove myself. Aries zodiac chatters are more likely to have a red username color, while Capricorns lean towards orange. Now, is this the part where you say makes sense? Very interesting. Caught, Aries caught, green Aries caught, red. What else we got? Blue chatters. Oh boy. Blue chatters are more likely to let Whisqey get run over by the train in the trolley problem. There was a statistical significance. Now, I'm not going to hold it against you, but there's something here, dude. Caught. Blue chatters are more likely to let me get run over in the trolley problem. I could not tell you why. Sweetie, I went door to door. I asked him. I stood in front of blue chatters as they were driving, and let me tell you, woke up in the hospital. What else we got here? Purple chatters. Guys, we got one for everybody, okay? You're not out of the woods. Purple chatters prefer to torture Whisqey using the brazen bowl method. Based on the which medieval torture device would you use to torture me? Purple chatters, they like the brazen bowl, dude. Caught. How kind. Brazen bowl. The brazen bowl is, it's a hollowed out metal bowl where you put me inside of it, and then you light a fire beneath it, and the heat from the metal bowl, it's essentially like cooking me inside of a metal bowl. Yeah. Oh, you picked that too? All right. Very interesting. But wait, there's more. Yellow chatters have a higher tendency to purchase Whisqey stickers compared to the other colors. Thanks, guys. The least represented color, but most likely to purchase stickers. Shout out to the yellow chatters. They stay supporting. Very cool. Meat riding. Yeah, maybe the yellow chatters also hate dailies. Green chatters are more likely to be pierced and tattooed compared to any other color group. Pierced and tattooed. Not either or, but both. Interesting. Caught. Gotta go back to green. Nah, Mary, I love your color. But wait, there's more. Pink chatters are slightly less likely to subscribe to me on Twitch. The only correlation I could find for pink chatters. Listen, maybe it's because I've been besmirching their good name for the past couple of years. Caught. Time to weaponize this correlation. Pink chatters are slightly less likely to subscribe to Whisqey on Twitch. God. Unsubbing in solidarity. No, I love my pink chatters. They're goated. Oh boy. Yep, that's P. That is P. 69% of people admitted to whizzing in the shower. Nice. That's one of the questions on the census. 69% of people admitted to whizzing in the shower. Now, if you remember earlier on in the presentation, chatters, or viewers, rather, who identified as introverts were less likely to admit to this. Interesting. 31% is lying. Only 32% of us is men. No, bro. I think like 11% of us is men, according to the the data. Shout out to the extrovert pissers, bro. Here's the star sign spread. I believe, let's go through it here. No good place to put my camera here, but Aries was the dominant star sign. No, hold on. It's not in order. Sorry. Pisces was the dominant star sign. It was pretty even, honestly. Pisces, then Aries, tied with Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. The least represented was Cancer and Aquarius. But it's a pretty decent, even spread. Makes sense. I think there's another way to look at this data as well. Here we go. Here's another look at it. It's fairly even. I mean, Cancer 6.8% compared to what? What's the highest? Pisces 9.2? Doesn't appear to be anything super significant here. Now remember, Aries chatters have a tendency to be red. For some reason. What months are Cancer? Why do they hate you? Let's check. People born in the summer do not fuck with me. It's because they're out celebrating their birthdays. They're busy. Interesting. Cancer is the opposite of Capricorn. Maybe they just don't gel with me. Cancers are sensitive and you're mean? That's crazy. I'm literally the kindest streamer you know. Sonic the Hedgehog is June 23rd. I hate Sonic the Hedgehog. 33%. That's how many people don't wear glasses or contacts. Guys, look around. Look at the person next to you. Look at yourself. Now look to the person on the other side of you. One of you doesn't wear glasses or contacts. One of you has perfect vision. And I hate you. Caught. Fuck you guys. I'm looking, but I can't see because of my bad vision. You think that number is low? Dude, I think everyone wears glasses or contacts. Don't ask me how long my contacts have been in. Is it 2 weeks? Any eyes havers here? But we're also on Twitch and we're introverts and we stare at a screen all day, so our eyes are fucked up. I'm curious if there's a correlation between people who don't wear glasses or contacts and extroverts. Eye color? Brown. Some of you got blue. Some of you got hazel. You just didn't want to admit they were brown. That's fine. 15.8% of you got green. About 1% of you got homophobia. Heterochromia. Interesting. This makes sense. I did not know blue eyes were so popular. Can I be honest? Okay, let's catch up on our anomalous chatter. 6'6", 50 plus years old, Icelandic, agender, extrovert, Minecrafting, divorced, parent with a child, working a trade, Quizzle enjoyer, neutral, evil, watching from the quarry, mute subscriber, been here since 2019, changed their username, chicken jockey, stim lover, cancer, perfect vision with heterochromia. My goat. Behind these hazel eyes, I know that's right. That is actually like a decent amount of heterochromia. The perfect chatter. Hands? Right-handed. That makes sense. Any hand havers in the chat? 2.1% of you are ambidextrous? Bullshit. Lefties, we're kind of mogging. I'm a lefty myself, up top. But this is the standard spread, I'm pretty sure. This is the global average. I think, actually, hold on. I think lefties, the global average of lefties is like 5%. I'm not sure. Smearing the gel ink all over the paper. I do be doing that. 50-plus-year-old heterochromia ambidextrous. The copy pasta is already updated. I'm dead. Let me move my thing here. Hands on the wheel. 13% of you don't drive. But 87% of you do be driving. Very interesting. Caught. Okay, passenger princess. r/fuck cars. Beep beep, dude. We got places to be. Very interesting. Must be European. I wonder if there's a correlation between the people who didn't live in the US and the no driving, but I don't think the sample size was big enough. We only had like how many Europeans? Like 10? We gotta get those numbers up, bro. I'm a flop. Guys, it's in our best interest to grow the stream. The more viewers we have, the better the census is gonna be. Hashtag blow whiskey up. Here we go. Now we discuss how many of you would let me die. "54% of you would take action to put me in harm's way." The question here, let me explain, was a train is hurtling forward towards 5 chatters. You can push a lever to divert the train, but then it will run me over and turn me into a red stain on the tracks. What do? The majority of people, guys, look at the person next to you. It's statistically likely that that person would take their hand, put it on a lever, and exert force upon the lever. And I die. Caught. Sorry, bro. Listen, it makes sense if it's what Immanuel Kant can do. Or would do. 5, if you just put 5 is greater than 1, it makes sense, guys. I'd kill me too. MFs be named can't, but can. Twitch chat is inherently good, but humans are inherently bad. Speak on that. Punish him. Here we go. Guys, I hate to say it, but the vast majority of you refused to inflict torture on the character known as Whisqey. But those who didn't preferred to put me in the wiener belt. And then the head cage. And then the coochie belt. And the brazen bull. Shout out to the purple chatters who preferred to put me in the brazen bull. Also, I didn't tell you this. Orange username chatters preferred to put me in the head cage. So here's what we know about orange chatters. They skew Capricorn. They don't like the dailies. And they want to put my head in a cage. Crazy. The Iron Maiden, the Bone Breaking Wheel, the Spike Chair, the Skull Crusher, Electric Chair, and then blank. What was blank? Did not want to answer. Any questions? But most people refuse to inflict torture upon me. Will not torture? No. That would have to be Electric Chair. Like a, what's it? The least likely one. Most people refused to inflict torture upon me. This is what you guys had to say. This one's kind of cute. The juxtaposition between torturing me and this. This was the any feedback you want to add. Chat, community, games, good, watching, guy, time, feel, enjoy, love, appreciate, always, keep, real people. Guy, heart. Maybe hard? Maybe it was funny. Pretty interesting. Appreciate. Keep. 1. Please being one of them is frying me. Well, that's just people saying please stop doing the dailies. Please games content. Maybe hard? Question mark. Good year? But hold on, okay, can we focus on the big ones? Thank, love, community. Please, collabs. Adorable. Minor, exactly. Did you cry reading the replies? No. Some of them were very sweet, though. And some of them were brutally honest. And that's a hard pill for me to swallow, but it's constructive sometimes. There was very sweet things. I mean, the whole point is for people to be brutally honest, so I appreciate it. I have no issue with it. I wanted you to cry at mine, positive. I read them all. I read every single one. Oops, I fucked up the animation for this. Thank you so much for a great year. Yippee! I already have multiple sellers in line to purchase your data to further procure your algorithms to maximize shareholder profit. We'll be in touch. Thank goodness. Good thing I missed the deadline. No, but seriously, the census was a super fun project, and I am so happy so many people decided to take part. I can't wait to see what next year brings. I sure love data. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, now let's see the most anomalous chatter. Guys, the following is most likely not you. 6'6", 50+ years old, Icelandic, agender, extrovert, who enjoys watching Minecraft. Divorced, parent with a child, but still lives with their parents somehow. Working a trade. Quizzle is their favorite daily game. They're neutral evil. They're watching from the quarry. They've never chatted before, but they're still subscribed. They've been here since 2019. They've changed their username at some point. Their favorite stim is chicken jockey. They're a Cancer zodiac. They have perfect vision, no glasses, no contacts. They have 2 different eye colors. They're ambidextrous. They do not drive, and they would torture me with an electric chair. And they're maybe hard. Love that. Love that one person. The chat on the screen hasn't been misaligned for an hour. It's just randomly getting misaligned for some reason because I keep moving it. Fuck ass shit. God damn. I broke it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Thank you so much. Hey, YouTube, thanks. Come take the census next year. Okay, bye.